Hi Virgo, it's Jen from Tarot Spirit. I'm here for your October 2015 monthly reading. I'm using the Green Witch Tarot today. And I'm going to do some categories for you. So sorry for the late videos. I knew this might be a problem, so until my class is over in December, my time's pretty tight. But I seem to be able to making some time to get to you guys today, so apologize that they're late. But let's get going. So I'm going to do categories for you for, what am I doing? I'm doing Virgo for October. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is my give yourself a break card. It means mentally you've sort of had a lot going on. You've been trying to, just had a lot of mental activity that's been exhausting you really, and you need to take a break and especially give yourself a break and just sort of let go of trying to mentally figure things out, because often that's futile. It's, you can't, and your mind tends to go way off on, to the worst case scenarios that rarely ever happen. So this is cautioning you just to, try to let it go, try to distract yourself or just calm down. And then often sometimes when you're not focusing on things, trying to figure out a solution, it will come to you. So, I'm in school right now. If I'm trying to write a paper and I'm just feeling stuck and, I'm just not, just not able to craft it the way I want. If I go out for a walk and I'm just sort of, looking around, and it'll all of a sudden come to me so easily. So that's this kind of energy, is to sort of try to take a mental break, which is extremely difficult this month, and give yourself a break and understand that, you can't necessarily have and know the answers, and it's okay, and let thoughts come and go. And when the right one comes, you'll know. So the first category I have is work. And we have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is a card about, you may be feeling someone may be making you feel a little defensive, or you may just inherently feel defensive because of past experiences at work. But this card really does tell you that you're in a good position and you are able. So if you do find yourself in a situation where you're feeling defensive, try to take a break like the Four of Swords and calm down and make sure you're not adding any other mental baggage from previous experiences, and just, be secure in your good work and just calmly and factually, non-emotionally present your case. And I think you will do just fine. So just be careful of that defensive feeling, that there's a difference between being defensive and just defending your position, if that makes sense. But you're in a strong position, so it's okay. And then we're going to do relationships. And we have the World. These cards are new to me, so I'm still checking them all out. So it's nice. It has the summer on one side and sort of the sun and the moon on this side, but it also has like spring and winter. It's a very appropriate card for its fall. I'm in Vermont in the Northern Hemisphere. So this is about, a cycle, a change in seasons, a completion and a new beginning. So it could very well be that some relationships, this doesn't solely focus on romantic relationships, have sort of gone through their cycle. You sort of cycled out of friendships, and sometimes that happens. You talk to one friend all the time, and then you sort of don't for a while, and then then all of a sudden you guys are in touch again. It doesn't necessarily mean anything's wrong. It's just sort of this cyclical nature of relationships. It can mean that some of you are going to be ending or beginning a relationship. But it's usually a positive card. And I mean, it could simply, a lot of people when they break up, it has to be this, they're wrong, they wronged me, and it always has to be placing blame. But, sometimes, relationships have just sort of run their course and, they're two good people that just, aren't quite a match. And maybe they, you've learned something from this situation that will help you to move forward. So try not to, these cards all sort of play together. Try not to get defensive. Try to just not overthink it and and put all this negative baggage we carry from past experiences and just, allow things to sort of go. And it can be like a state of mind, like, it's okay. And I wish this person well. And even if we fought at the end or whatever, it's like, let it go. It served its purpose and it might not be serving its purpose anymore. Or, we may need to wait for another cycle before things will come around. Try to be very zen. I guess I'm getting this zen feeling of sort of letting things go and not getting too caught up. So in the home life, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So things are really good at home. She is all about home. That's the Queen of Pentacles, rules home. And she rules it very efficiently. And, she's a very good manager. She can manage her home and make it seem very easy. She just is on top of everything. It's welcoming. It feels like, even though this is sort of a more tangible card about home, career, money, concrete things, but the home really is where the heart is, right? And she develops a really beautiful, welcoming home, regardless of what the actual physical structure is. That's superficial. That's not. She makes it feel like a home, regardless of whether you own or rent or how big it is or small it is. You walk into her house and you're going to feel welcome and at home and taken care of. And hey, boo, can you just give me 1 minute? And the last card is in the spirituality category, and we have the Ten of Swords. So I kind of love this. This card to me is about just stopping the mental torture, whether it's coming from the outside or you're allowing it in. Really, it's what we allow into our minds and allow it to torture us. And this is spiritually, I almost feel like she has the 10 swords around her, and I feel like she's making an offering. Like she's doing a little ceremony that is purposefully, consciously stopping and letting go of this thing she's allowed to stress her out and mentally make her into stress, distress her mentally. And she's even doing, and this is a really wonderful technique that I actually have found helpful. I heard about it. I'm not a counselor. If you're really feeling honestly mentally tortured, definitely go to counseling. I can't recommend it highly enough. Go to a professional. And a counselor told me to do a little ceremony, write something down and burn it or bury it or whatever, some sort of tangible, symbolic way of intentionally releasing yourself from whatever negative mental bonds you've been tied to. And so I really feel like this month for you guys, Virgo, is about releasing yourself from mental bondage. I'm not coming up with the right word. And I'm just realizing this in the home position. This is Virgo. This is you. So you're really stepping into yourself. And, look at how at peace she is and grounded. And just, she's by this big tree again, right? And, you're just grounded. So being up in your head is not grounded. Swords are air signs, are up in the air. So you need to let this go. She's down on the ground right here, and she's letting go of these negative thoughts so that she can get back to the ground where she is most comfortable and centered and secure. So I feel like Virgo's gonna have a little bit of, you're gonna be like, oh, how did I get like all mental? Because I'm a really grounded, centered, balanced sign, and I've allowed something to really take over my mind and let me get more stressed out and more in my head than normal, than usual. And so I'm gonna work. I'm gonna intentionally make a point of stopping that and letting it go and releasing myself from that mental anguish that I've allowed to come into my life. So you guys are going to be feeling much better by the time October is over. You're going to feel back to your old self and much more grounded and secure and centered with the way things are going in your life. And yeah, so that's a nice reading. It's a very positive outlook to October, to giving yourself a mental break and getting back to your roots. So thanks so much for watching, Virgo. I hope you have a wonderful month. Bye.